It's a cold morning in the Czech Republic, and today I'm racing in a RC rally that's organized inside a forest. Right now I'm in between the first and the second stage. I was not able to film from the beginning as I usually do, because after that I saw how difficult and technical are today's stages. I took my time in order to warm up, to test my car, but what's most important, to analyze all the obstacles that I faced. And soon I'm going to show you what's inside the forest. Here we have the pit lane. Everyone is checking his car after the first stage. I'm satisfied about my setup, and I was, let's say, quite fast, just 14 seconds from the first place, and I placed myself in 14th place. Talking about my setup, I've made a lot of changes. If you saw last week's video, I changed the placement of the power button from here. It was a quite dangerous position. Now it's inside the cover here, so it's going to be always dry and safe. The only thing is that each time I have to remove part of the cover in order to turn off or on the car. I changed the gear ratio. I put harder springs and harder oils, because my car in the last RC rally is placed in the forest where was jumping too much, and the bottom was always scratching the ground, and I'm quite satisfied. The tires, they are hard to recognize right now, but they are the pin tires that you usually see on the buggies. And okay, enough talking. I'm going to show you how was the first stage and a part of the obstacles that I've faced. The first part of the stage was quite smooth with these fast corners. I had to run a bit, and after this quite fast section I have conquered the first difficulties. Coming out from these fast corners, we have like a first quite narrow jump that's leading to this part of the stage where this tree is covering this turn. And in the center of this turn we have this piece of hard wood. Moving on is going to be the interesting part. I need to speed up because soon we are going to start the second stage. Okay, that's the most interesting part from the first stage. We have this quite long and fast corner that ends up here in this quite narrow space, made quite hard because we have this root that's covering part of the course. Then you need to go here, and if you lose control of the car in this point, or you end up in the leaves, or the car is going to fall down there. A straight, a quite big jump, and then another interesting part, this bridge, quite narrow and muddy. Yeah, it's soft. It was hard to drive here. That leads us to the end of this first stage. So, as you can see, a lot of obstacles going out of this corner. If you miss the center of the corner and you add power too fast or in an incorrect way, you end up down here. So yes, as I said, a lot of obstacle difficulties, but I'm having great fun, and this event is a good training in general. Let's see if today I'm going to be able to fit in the first 15 places. Soon is starting my friend Kuba. We're going to follow with a bit, and then I will focus before the starting. He had a rollover. It's very important to stay focused and to check all the rough parts or roots that are coming out from nowhere. Okay, let's get ready. I'm starting after this pink car. Good luck. Yeah, I'm driving in a terrible way. What a bad stage. Don't worry, I'm alive, just my right hand hurts a bit. It's quite ironic because I spent the first part of this video telling you how it's difficult to race here and how it's tricky, full of obstacles, and I started the second stage that apparently it should have been, let's say, easy and fast, and after a few corners I fell down, and after that mistake after mistake. I like the setup of my car. Just one thing that I did now, of course, other than changing the battery, I've changed the rear sway bar. Since there is not a lot of grip, I've put a thinner one because I'm suffering of a bit of oversteer on slow corners, exiting the slow corners. Okay, I'm getting ready. The third stage is going to start, and I will calm down and I will try to achieve the best possible result. I just did the third stage and it was again another bad one. The car is not responding as I want, and I've noticed that the front is touching too much the ground, especially if I increase the speed, and because of that I lose a bit the control of the car, and also the rear exiting the corner is not that much stable. So right now I modified two things. I increased the ground clearance, and also I've changed the position of the rear suspension arm blocks. I increased the degrees going outside, so outward, and because of that, as you can see, the suspension arms has this kind of angle. In the first stages, I was keeping them almost straight, but that was not helping me exiting these slippery corners. And changing the position in this way, in theory, should help me. Okay, so now let's see together in the fourth stage if I'm going to do a cleaner stage, getting also a good time as in the first stage. Okay, I'm getting ready in order to start the fourth stage. I hope that the changes that I made are going to help me to make my model more drivable, and we'll see in a few minutes.
Číslo 17, čas RZ 2 minuty.
Okay, I'm 16, 20 seconds from the first place. It's better. Unluckily, I pushed so hard in some points and I made some stupid mistakes. So guys, we just did 6 stages. I'm fighting for the top 15 as was the goal at the beginning of this rally, and stage by stage I'm improving the setup of my RC Rally car. By the way, I have the opportunity to present here on my YouTube channel a new RC Rally driver, a particular one, because he's the current Czech Republic champion. Martin, welcome.
Hello, hello.
So, Martin, tell us something about you, about your RC Rally career.
So I'm started in 2010 when I was 6 years old, so I'm pretty experienced, I would say.
You were born with a RC control in your hands.
Yes, thanks to my dad. And now I'm fighting for first position here.
Yeah, in fact, I saw that Martin is driving in an amazing way. He's using a X-Ray. Can you show it to us, please?
Yes, this is my X-Ray T4 from 2021.
Mm-hmm. So you're using the same car since 2021?
Yes.
And
22, I think.
May you explain to us some particular characteristic of this RC model?
Mm-hmm. We have electromotor in the middle of the car, so the weight is all over the car.
Mm-hmm.
And the cover is all 3D printed with these. There are also
they are
3D
also 3D printed. Okay, so it's almost all customized this RC model, yeah, and also this cover. And in general, which are some suggestions that you can give for new RC rally drivers?
I think you should start with a slower car and get some training with your hands. So that's the most important, your hands.
Okay, and do you have any suggestions about the setup? Maybe the viscosity of the differential oils, the springs?
Maybe something secret.
Just arrange, just in general. Maybe don't put 100k.
Our differentials are same for all the seasons. So,
Okay, so it's a pretty interesting detail, because it's always interesting to do some experiments. So, as Martin said, just don't do much changes once that you find your favorite one, and keep practicing. So the next stage is going to be filmed by Martin. And Martin, push, and we want to enjoy your stage.
Okay, I'll try it. I'm currently in the second position, so I want to fight.
Okay, so good luck.
Thank you.
Too many mistakes. Wow, I have to admit that I'm quite tired. It has been a very long day. Since this morning I'm fighting, testing this new setup, which is good, and trying to improving it. I changed the weight distribution, added some weight in the rear, I changed the ground clearance, I changed also the power of the engine. I tried different solutions. Then also I changed the suspension blocks in the suspension arms in order to change the angle of the suspension, and all these changes made the model more drivable, and I was able to get in one stage my top placement of today's rally, which was 15th place. One stage till the end. I'm tired because this event is quite demanding, and me and Kuba, my friend, we traveled from Poland to Czech Republic, going out of home at 5 a.m. in the morning, and tomorrow I'm going to race too in a RC rally in Poland, but I'm having fun. So guys, now let's do the last stage. I will try to push at the best, because it's going to be, let's say, the summary of the changes that I made today, and let's see where I will be able to place myself in general classification and also in this last stage. Okay, let's start the last stage. It's going to be the longest and the harder one. And I think that I can achieve a good result, since the changes that I made in the setup were in the right direction. Behind me, they are getting ready in order to prepare the podium celebrations, and I'm exhausted. It has been a very hard rally. I'm happy because I was able to adjust this new setup, which is working very well. And what else? I think that I'm going to bring this setup in the off-road rally that I'm going to have in Madrid in 1 month. Tomorrow I'm going to have a RC Rally event on tarmac, so let's see what I'm going to achieve there. And I think it's time to say goodbye and see you next week, for a new video. Ciao!